Honorable, the honest truth is, I'm also a part of the youth. Many a times, as I said earlier, we hear of people who have made it, but the information around how they even got to the top is not anywhere.
I'm going to share mine with you today.
We are going deep, Honorable, very, very deep. But let's go back to the main question, the first one. Where did Honorable grow up in Ghana?
Yeah, I was born and bred at Asin Dompim, Fusu Roman Catholic Hospital.
Wow.
Asin Fusu.
Okay.
And my real village, the original, is Asin Dompim.
Asin Dompim.
Yeah, just a kilometer. Now, it's part of Fusu. Because of urbanization and development, now it's part of Fusu.
But it's developed. It's no longer a village.
Oh, it's still a village compared to a...
Okay, is that part of the reasons why you still call yourself a village boy?
Yeah. I'm just proud of where I'm coming from.
Okay.
I don't want to be... some people, when they make it in life, they don't even want people to know their past. I was born and bred in the village. When I share this story with you, it will motivate some youth to take their destiny into their own hands. So I'm not afraid to share my past with you. I was born and bred at Asin Dompim. At 1968, I was taken to Kumasi because my father was a teacher there.
Okay.
I went to school in Kumasi, Bantima Presby.
I know Bantima Presby.
Yeah. Then from there, I went to Sojalai.
That's where I actually went to school too. Hey, oh no, but I'm just young.
I went to Sojalai. From there to practice school.
Okay.
Then they brought me back to my village because I was a troublesome boy, always fighting. So my father couldn't take it. They brought me back to my village. So I completed elementary school in my village, Asin Dompim.
Okay.
I went to Adsadi College at the age of 16 because I completed SAR 7, what they call SAR 7, from 4.
Which was quite young, right?
Old.
Old?
Because my classmates got some of them were around 10, 11.
Okay.
Some of my classmates, I'm turning 60 next month. They are about 55, 56.
Okay.
So,
you were like their big brother.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what kind of home did you grow up in? I see a lot of discipline in you whenever you speak.
Yeah.
What was the upbringing like at home, if you're to say?
I will tell you the two. There are three. I lived with my grandmother.
Okay.
Anytime I was being bad in Kumasi and they shipped me back to my village, I stayed with my grandmother.
Okay.
What she did was that, in the village, we were classmates, myself, Opon, Stephen Yamiche, and Brukuma. We called something Enobwa, meaning Saturday, Sunday, these young men or young boys will go and weed some bush to create a farm. So today is Ken on Saturday. The next Sunday is Brukuma. Then the two left, Stephen Yamiche and Opong, will be the following week.
Okay.
So by the time the farming season starts, we have our own farms. We have our own farms.
At that tender age?
Yes, and my grandmother will be doing everything because I go to school. She cannot cut these big trees or fell the big trees, so we will do that. Then she takes over. Again, when I was in Kumasi, I was staying with my father. My father didn't know how to train kids. He was a teacher, surprisingly. But every mistake with a slap, that is why I'm not afraid of anything.
Wow.
Every mistake. My father never sat with me even to tell me why you shouldn't do this. One mistake, wham, wham, wham. So it got to a point I was not even scared of anybody again.
Your body created resistance for that.
Then when I went to Adsadi College, I moved to Accra because my mother has remarried. My stepfather, now he's at East Lagos. My mother is passed. There, we were staying at Kokomlimli.
Multimedia?
Challenge bookshop.
Okay.
The technical school, Accra, ATTC.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we were staying. Far exactly opposite Isaac Osei's house, parents. there, I wasn't a bad boy, but I liked fighting. So anytime you hear people coming to my home, it means I've beaten somebody. But the difference between my stepfather and my father is that my stepfather will put me in his car. He's a soldier, a border guard. That is where they have the immigration headquarters. When he comes back from work, then he'll take his car to do some taxi. I'll be sitting in front, and this man will be advising me.
Wow.
Don't do this, don't do. I never had that from my real father. He wouldn't have time. A teacher only slaps. A lot of things.
Was he like that only at home, or it was his character?
Well, I think he's a hardcore guy too.
Okay.
Very hardcore guy. I've seen him fight several times.
Wow.
Yeah, with my grandfather. My grandfather was a chief. That one is a long story. My grandfather didn't want him to marry my mother.
Okay.
So that generated into something else.
Issues.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But he was a hardcore guy. In fact, the teachers called him boxer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a lefty. One mistake, boom, even among his own teachers, he was, those things. But I think that is not a good training. My son is here. I don't remember. I think I've lashed him once.
He said once.
Yeah, once. I've never,
But I'm sure that one even came with, some talks around.
Oh, yes.
I had to
I like talking to my kid. It got to a point I didn't respect my father because he didn't give me anything. It was only beating and, But I respect my stepfather to date. My mother is dead. The house is still there. Every month I take care of him because of the way he taught me real life. And I can tell you, when my father thought I was a bad boy and I didn't listen, my stepfather thought I was a very good boy. He had 14 kids.
Okay.
And his cousin asked him, he wants to do him a favor. One of his children he wants to take to Germany. And my stepfather chose me.
Out of the 14?
Out of his 14 kids, real ones. The man chose me.
So you were not bad after all.
Yeah, but the training that my father gave me, that's why I think he wasn't a good father.
Wow.
He didn't teach me
You had a very interesting childhood. Honorable, from what you said, I now know where your interest in farming came from. But now let's bring it back to now. Farming isn't really a thing the youth are getting into. It's not enticing. I don't know who has made it like that.
I don't know your time. I was going to give you one, but I'll give you more if you have time.
Honorable, we can do 3 hours if you want.
So let me continue, and the people listening have to get the upbringing, how I started life. So I decided college. When I came to stay in Accra, my mother used to sell atokanshi on a small table between Mr. Donko from Agogo and Mr. Agyapong. In between them, 2 ladies, they'll be facing each other. Auntie Foster and my mother, they'll put their tables together and sell. Then in the evening, they'll pack everything in a box and go and put it in those shops. So what I did that time was that my mother was selling what we call wick. Wick is what we put in the lantern so that you lit the match. Yeah. Blade. And the blade, they had 2 types. Tatra.
Blue, Bino.
Blue. The Naze with the crocodile on it. We have some PK, chocolate. So we create a board. Then we put a bit on each. Then we go around. Yes, PK, chocolate, Tatra, Naze, yes, Rob.
Wow.
We're selling, hawking on the street. And it was a competition among the brothers or siblings. And one guy always made more money than me, Opong. Now he's a pastor.
Pastor Opong.
Then I graduated into selling lead bars. Lead bars is what they use for guns. the local guns. Okay, buckets, aluminium buckets. So in 1981, when I was going to sixth form, there was a lady from his Equiapem half and a Nigerian, married to a Nigerian, and they were bringing a lot of stuff. That time, Ghana, because of Rollins and his coup and whatever happened, he handed over to the man. There were a lot of shortages. So I remember very well, NNSC, Nigeria National Supply Commission, MALC. There are some, they call it wire. When you want to trap an animal, in the farms, you know, that's what they use. So, yeah. So this woman will bring all these things, I'll sell, make money. So when I was going to sixth form, I was rich. Myself, not my parents.
Not your parents.
But through business. Through business. So when I finished sixth form, my stepfather's cousin asked, which of your children do you want me to help? And he said, take my son, Ken. That time, what his real children said was that, I don't know how to put it, was it what to unsuno and out the baha ashim, meaning you take your intestines out and put leaves in your stomach.
Means they were not in support of what was happening.
Yeah, meaning I was not the real child, and he took the stepchild instead of the real child. But all the real children that I took them to America, none of them has even come back to say that, brother or sister, let me also help you. They didn't do it. What it means is that if any of them had first
gone,
that would have been the end of the family.
True, that's very true.
So, if you want a real prophet, my stepfather is a prophet.
He's the one.
Yeah, he's the one.
He foresaw. One of the foresight, yes.
Yeah, he foresaw that the future of my family does not come from my own children, but my stepson.
And I'm sure he's very proud of you now.
Oh, yes.
Honorable, so if I'm not mistaken, your first opportunity out of Ghana was Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there for 18 months.
18 months.
Then I went to America.
Congratulations. You found the one station that plays Ghana's best urban music.
YFM.
Listen to YFM 107.9 Accra, 102.5 Kumasi, and 97.9 at Takoradi.